Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we are going to be cracking on with Freddie Dobbs' bike. You would have seen the very end of the last video we had the oil cooler all stripped. That's now fully painted and just drying out up there, looking a damn sight better than it did previously. Me and Emily spent quite a bit of time in the week getting the frame rails prepped and finished and fitted to the bike and the bolts, so we'll cut to that footage now and then let's get on with something else. Cradle bolts, 40 Newton meters.
Is that why the click was louder?
No, it just happened sooner. Okay, so those are done. Got some polish to clean out those. Down here. There we go. And then the other side.
So this evening we have put the painted rails back on.
We have.
You looked at me then, am I? But were you afraid to describe this and I'm doing it again?
No, it's just that was already past the talk again.
Okay.
So,
I thought you were looking at me because I'd started to explain what we'd done.
Nope.
Yeah, we've put these rails back on. Pick the bike up off the floor.
Polish the bolts as well.
Oh yeah, polish the bolts.
Okay.
I don't know if you get in. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Come on. And there you have it. It's starting to look a bit more, not massive amounts, but a bit more like a motorcycle. So as you would have seen in that footage, I spent a long time cleaning these bolts up. So we've got nice clean fixings everywhere. All the engine mounting bolts are all in clean and torqued. And one key point from the original rundown on the bike, you can see here, we now don't have a bolt missing at the frame. Luckily I had a spare one kicking around because of course why would you not have spare Triumph Bonneville frame bolts. So now we'll go over onto the bench, leave this for a little bit, and we're going to have a little bit of a look at the throttle bodies. I started cleaning these, then realised I wasn't filming, but fortunately I did a nice half and half, so you can see here just quite how bad they were. It really highlights the amount of dirt and grime on this bike. So I need to set 2 to get these cleaned up. Also done this side, so you can see it is night and day. So yeah, I'll set to cleaning this one. I'll time lapse that just so I don't go overboard. What I've also done, just to also highlight, I have cleaned up this one. So you can see there's some corrosion damage there. That's kind of pitted deep in. I'd have to really cut into those to get rid of that, but this intake is all clean and ready to go back on the bike. I'm going to do the same for this one, and then I've got the 2 new O-rings here. The old O-ring, which you can see here, is very flat and distinctly, it's not horrendous, but it's significantly more brittle feeling than the fresh new one. So we'll get those on. Genuine Triumph parts, supplied by Chris at Ultimate Twin Performance. So yeah, we're going to get those in. I've got to take this apart. One other thing, I did nip out to East Birmingham Triumph, caught them just before they closed earlier on today, because what I noticed, I don't know if it's going to come across on the video, let's try with the bigger light on, hope that doesn't overexpose the GoPro. I noticed when I got these off the shelf, this one has a really nasty split in it. The other one, I've gone all over it, it's not crazed, it's not cracked and perished, and there are no splits or cracks, so that one's good to go. We've got one new one on order. It should be here Tuesday, Wednesday next week. So unfortunately, even though I get these cleaned up, I can't fit them to the bike. But what I will do is I'll get this intake spigot, I don't know what the Triumph reference is for it, but yeah, get that one cleaned up, and then we'll get these fitted onto the bike, and then I'll mess about cleaning this up, and hopefully we'll be in a position to get this all back together. Yet again, apologies if the angles are a bit iffy, but I am flying solo today recording this, so hopefully it won't be horrendous. For reference, the carb cleaner and the brake cleaner I get is OB41, available in your local Screwfix. I really need to get a parts wash and an ultrasonic cleaner. It's just not on the cards at the moment. Okay, so all this, there we go. Get him off of there. Back these screws out. I was quite surprised actually when I went to the Triumph dealer to source the replacement one of these. You see how bad that split is now. That would not have been helping matters with all those rough running issues. That is totaled. It wouldn't surprise me. It looks damaged, as in that isn't perishing, I don't think. It wouldn't surprise me if that is a point of where these have been levered to get them off. But yeah, I was quite surprised. They obviously don't have them on the shelf, but the factory have got them in stock, which is why it's such a quick turnaround. Cleaning these up, I'm literally using a splash carb cleaner and a light grey Scotch Brite. So I'll get these bolts cleaned up and then we'll get to fitting these on the bike. Okay, so these are symmetrical, these items. They will go both ways round, but all you have to remember is the little brass spigot needs to be at the top. Just make sure that O-ring is nice. Send them down nice Okay, so they're snug down. Just get these torqued up. Make sure they are going down nice and even. Yeah. Do the same for this one. If I can get in there. That's our intake spigots in place. I can now get the one, I think they call it transition piece or transition rubber. We can get this in place. Really, really simple, really straightforward. Just slots in like that, and then that nice and central. And what I generally do, or what I do, is leave these loose till the throttle bodies are in place, so then these settle quite nice, then do them all up together. So quite pleased with how that's starting to look. Onto the throttle bodies. As with most things on this bike, it's not about making it immaculate, it's about making a distinct improvement, and I think we are getting there with these. They still need a little bit more cleaning right down in the depths, but I've had enough for today of cleaning throttle bodies. But I think that is a marked improvement. Over on the bike now, he says, over on the bike, obviously we got the intakes on, and I've put this one surviving intake stub rubber in place. That's all fine, and the clamps have cleaned up really nice. The galv has survived. So as soon as that other one comes for the left hand cylinder, we'll get all that in place. We can start getting throttle bodies on and building up. It's bizarre because all of these sorts of little jobs, all these cleaning jobs that for some people are interesting, for me, for other people they may not be. You forget, I don't know if you forget, but once you get one of these built and you're on the road, you lose perspective, let's say, of how long these jobs can take. I am desperate to get this to a point where it's on its wheels and we can hit the button for the first time and hear this engine fire up, and hopefully it's got plenty of years of life left back in it. So I had already recorded an outro to this video, however, Emily has just got home and she has proof watched the video you have just seen and told me of all the things that I've missed out, namely two important parts. One is next Monday, April the 1st, Emily and I will be attending Red Marley. Now, if you don't know what Red Marley is, it's a hill climb in the Worcestershire Hills near Malvern. It's pre-74, I believe, twin shock. So predominantly classic BSA, CCMs, aerials, matchless, and a whole myriad of other bikes. Loads of people charging up this hill. I'll put some footage in, but it's absolutely incredible.
At Red Marley in Worcestershire, there's a hill which is 550 yards long and actually has a maximum gradient of 1 in 1.5. It's hard enough to walk up, but these motorcyclists are trying to ride up it.
I'll also include the information in the description below and on the screen of the ticket pricing, the timing, and yeah, location and where to go. So hopefully if you see us there, come and say hello. We should have some stickers on us. And moving on to that point, we have got new stickers on the way from Decal Empire. We've got the final proof through and a few tweaks on these designs. So there'll be the big round sticker, and also we've got this one which has the QR code on it, which takes you straight to the channel. So if you happen to see these around, please do take a photo, tag us on Instagram, and if you want any of those, we should have loads on the way. In the meantime, we do still have some of the older stickers, so if you see us and we've got those on, we'll give you those as well. But yeah, I think that is about it. We are cracking on with Freddie's bike. We've got a whole myriad of jobs we're going to do this week and try and really gain some momentum because we're running short on time. I need to speak to Freddie. We are going to announce the details of the unveil very, very soon, and hopefully you can all join us. So on that note, see you in the next one.